The auction block stank of disinfectant and despair. Elsa stood among the other specimens, her translucent skin glistening under the harsh lights of the Terran exchange station. The auctioneer's voice droned through the Babelfish translators, reducing lives to lot numbers and credit values. Lot 247, female, species Aquarian, age approximately 20 standard cycles. Sulfur-based biology, aquatic adaptation. Starting bid, 500 credits. The crowd murmured with distaste. Elsa's skin secreted a protective mucus that carried the distinctive odor of her homeworld, a scent humans found repulsive. Her large black eyes reflected nothing but resignation as potential buyers wrinkled their noses and turned away. 500? Come on, folks, she's healthy, strong. She smells like rotten eggs, someone shouted. Laughter rippled through the assembly. 400? Silence. 300 credits, and I'm practically giving her away. 200. The voice came from the back, rough and tired. The crowd parted to reveal a man in worn overalls, his weathered face speaking of long hours under an unforgiving sun.
Zia removed his wide-brimmed hat, clutching it against his chest as he made his way forward.
The other humans stepped back, their expressions mixing pity with mockery. The farmer's desperate, someone whispered. Probably can't afford anything better, another added. Zia ignored them. His homestead on the frontier colony of New Montana needed help, and the bank had already refused his loan extension. 200 credits was all he had left after paying for seed and equipment repairs. The auctioneer banged his gavel with obvious relief. Sold. The transport back to the farm was silent. Elsa sat in the back of Zia's aging hover truck, watching the red dust kick up behind them. She expected cruelty or worse, indifference. What she received instead was a clean room in the barn loft, converted with actual walls and a window overlooking the fields. It's not much, Zia said, setting down a basin of water. But it's private. You'll work the irrigation systems. Your people are good with water, I'm told. 3 meals a day, and you can keep anything you grow in the garden plot. Elsa stared at him, her gills fluttering in confusion. Why? Why what? Why treat me like this? I am property now. Zia's jaw tightened. He placed his hat back on his head and looked out toward the sunset painting the fields gold. My granddaddy used to say that just because something's legal doesn't make it right. You work hard, I'll treat you fair. That's the deal. Weeks turned to months. Elsa's understanding of Earth agriculture grew as rapidly as Zia's crop yields improved. Her natural affinity with water systems revolutionized his irrigation, and the fields flourished green and abundant. The sulfurous smell that once made others recoil became to Zia simply the scent of honest work. They developed a rhythm. Morning coffee, though Elsa preferred a mineral solution Zia learned to brew. Shared meals where conversations evolved from weather reports to dreams and fears. Evening walks along the irrigation channels where Elsa would sing haunting melodies from her drowned world. The townspeople still laughed. At market, they'd whisper about Zia and his smelly alien girl. Some pitied him. Others found it perversely entertaining. Zia never responded to their mockery. But one evening, when Elsa asked why he endured their scorn, he simply said, "Let them laugh. They don't know what I know." "What do you know?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. He looked at her, really looked at her, seeing past the translucent skin and unfamiliar features to the person beneath. "That you're the best thing that ever happened to this farm. To me." The turning point came during the harvest festival. A massive dust storm threatened to destroy every farm in the region. While others fled to shelters, Zia refused to abandon his crops, a full year's income standing in those fields. "You'll die out there," the sheriff warned through the comm system. "Then I die trying," Zia replied. Elsa didn't hesitate. She ran into the storm beside him, her mucus-covered skin protecting her from the scouring dust. Together, they activated the emergency irrigation system, flooding the fields until the topsoil became too heavy to blow away. For 6 hours, they worked in near-zero visibility, their only guide the touch of each other's hands. When the storm finally broke, they collapsed together in the mud, exhausted, filthy, alive. The crops were saved. The town watched the news feeds in stunned silence. This strange alien girl had risked everything for a human's dream. The laughter stopped after that. Respect came slowly, grudgingly, but it came. Yet for Zia and Elsa, the town's opinion had long ceased to matter. On a clear night, 3 years after that auction, they sat on the porch of the expanded farmhouse, no longer master and worker, but partners in every sense. Elsa's garden had grown into a thriving enterprise, her hybrid crops commanding premium prices across the sector. "I've arranged your freedom papers," Zia said quietly. "You're legally emancipated as of tomorrow. You can go anywhere, do anything." Elsa was silent for a long moment, her gills pulsing steadily. Then she reached out, her three-fingered hand covering his calloused one. "I am already free. I have been since the day you saw me as a person, not property." "Still," Zia insisted, "you have choices now. Then I choose to stay." She turned to him, her black eyes reflecting the stars. "I choose us." Under that vast frontier sky, a farmer and an alien girl proved what the universe kept forgetting: that love requires no translation, respects no boundary of species or star, and transforms everything it touches. The neighbors no longer laughed. Some even admitted, privately of course, that Zia had made the best investment at that auction after all. But Zia knew better. Elsa was never an investment. She was home,